Hello and welcome into the SorareAndrews show. I am Andrew Laird. You can find me as Lairdino on Sorare, joined as always, except that one time, by Andy Black on Sorare. Andy, what the hell are we going to talk about today?
What one time are you talking about?
Quinny was on once, and it was like a month or two ago. And I kept it as a SorareAndrews show, even though it was me and Quinny, and because he likes the music. And I was like, I don't want to play the other music for if he was on. So we just kept it as a SorareAndrews, but it was Laird and Quinny.
Boy, that other music you have is suspenseful.
You think so? That's
Oh,
not the
yeah.
word I was. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
good.
it like really builds up and like it crescendos.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Mike said apparently you had the man flu. I don't remember that.
Oh, I do remember that. I had the man flu for like 2 weeks.
It was months, wasn't it?
Oh, I was like, I was laid up in bed, couldn't move. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you're back. Thanks everyone for coming in. Sporting Classics. No topic is fun. Let's just chat and see where this discussion goes. Anyone entering the J League and K League specials this week? I don't think you could have found two worse people to ask if they were entering that. Did you buy any flower cards finally?
Flower cards. You know I hate the flower cards. I bought a tiger card.
You did?
I did. And then I sold it immediately.
Oh.
I did it so I could enter the one contest where you could fly to Korea or whatever.
Huh. You only needed one for that, huh?
Well, one card gave you like a 20% boost.
Oh, interesting.
And then when the game week was over, after my team conceded, I sold it for like a $30 loss.
Well worth it. Well worth it.
Oh, yeah.
I have a flower super rare that I'm trying to sell. Actually, it might be a tiger super rare that I'm trying to sell that because they don't have a super rare contest, just mixed, if you will. But anyway, Bob Franklin, what's up? I'm trying to see who looking for food. There's the podium right there. Sorry, the Sporting Classics and Bob continued with the question or comments, but anyway. Philly Daily, what's up? Mikey Bastin, Samurai, Daniel apparently is thinks the intro music is so slow on 1x speed. So I've actually been listening to podcasts on 1.5x, and I don't know, it's faster.
I float between 1.2 and 1.5. It depends on how well I want to comprehend the content. You know, like if it's like Sean talking or something, we'll whip that up to 2x. I'm just kidding. You know I love Sean. But yeah, if it's something that's like a little more, I don't know, it's the thicker content, harder for me to like follow, I'll slow it down.
Gotcha. Sorare, Jack Daniels checking in. Andy, before we go any further, how do you feel about the Sorare vasectomy that happened this week?
Whew. I don't know. Oh, that one. Yeah. Well, it's not a Sorare vasectomy. It's more of like a world football vasectomy.
Sven comes announcing his retirement. Didn't he sign a contract extension last year?
Yeah, for 1 year.
Oh, it was only 1 year?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize that.
I think he was, he's at that age where he's going year to year at the end of his, honestly, I think that he should really, really consider like a 1 year stint in MLS.
Ooh.
Yeah. But I think like just looking at him, he looks like the type of guy that's going to go directly into coaching.
Yeah. I hate to, speak poorly of a man on his retirement day, but I think he would get absolutely roasted in MLS.
You think he's a little too old, little too slow? Those knees are giving in a little bit.
Is he like that old?
He's what, like 36, 37?
Is that what he is?
I think so.
I mean, that's not young. 37. When is his birthday? February 26th. All right.
Oh, he's a young 37.
Yes. As of today, yes.
Since we're off topic, your son plays youth soccer. Do they make a big deal about kids that are born in those first few months like they do everywhere else? Yeah. It's like you have the haves and the have-nots, whether you're born before June or not.
Our date is, I thought it was September, actually.
Are you guys birth year or grade year?
So we are now, for soccer, we are birth year.
Mm-hmm.
And my son is February.
Okay.
My daughter is October, which is about it's not the worst, but it's pretty close. It's much closer to the worst than the best.
So they're switching all that. I mean, they left it up to the organizations to decide whether they're going to do birth year or grade year, but they're all. It looks like they're all switching to grade year.
Oh, grade year. Yeah.
Yeah, like seventh graders will play together, eighth graders.
Yeah, like they end up going. Sorry, a bird literally just flew into my window.
Ooh, what kind of bird?
It was a sparrow. Sorry, not to don't get too excited. Just a sparrow. I feel like they were talking about moving it to September 1st. I can't remember, but like most of these kids, highest level will be high school. So like having them just play in grade year just makes sense to me. Like basketball is grade year, but soccer is birth year, and like baseball and softball is September 1st.
What I think is funny is they act like it really matters.
Yeah.
You know what? It's a cutoff date. You have to choose one. But you know what? You know what doesn't help? Changing it multiple times, because it used to be grade year, then it was birth year. Now we're gonna like it's snip snap since we're talking about vasectomies. But like there's no need to go back and forth on this. Like choose something, stick with it forever.
Yeah. Agreed. I like this comment here from Ricky though, that I think you have to have a topic to go off topic, which is fair. It's fair. So I told you I had a story about something that happened to me today. Are you familiar with the store Dollar Tree?
Oh, hell yeah, I am.
Okay. For those of you who are unaware, it's a store that previously used to sell things. Everything was $1. Now it's like minimum $1.25.
A lot of things are like $5 or more, I think. Like it's so weird to still continue to call it Dollar General or Dollar Tree. There, you know, we have multiple versions of the same
we
store.
Have both. Yeah.
We have Five and Below as well.
Yep.
I think they're pretty rigid with $5 and below at Five and Below.
Yeah, but if they at least, is there anything that's like below $4.99? Probably not. Anyway, so I was at the Dollar Tree today buying some thank you notes, or thank you cards, excuse me. Teacher Appreciation Week here in the US. My wife's an educator. You know, we like to write some notes. So I'm in line to check out. Do you say in line to check out or online to check out?
You're in the line.
What if there's a line on the ground and you're on it?
Then you're standing on the line. It's a different thing. Those are different concepts.
Okay. All right. Just checking.
Yeah.
So there was an older woman in front of me who was checking out, and she had 2 bags worth of stuff. And I went to check out, and the cashier was like, you can come back. Like, I wasn't really paying attention, but I heard her say, you can just come back, like leave this here and come back for it. And I like look up, and this older woman is carrying 1 bag in her hand and a jug of Clorox. Like, I forget what, but it was like, it's a heavy plastic jug.
Is it a gallon? I think it's a gallon.
It's probably supposed to be a gallon, and knowing everything now, it's like, 1.5 liters.
Yeah.
But so I look up, and there's like the other bag there, and I'm about to check out. All I have are these cards. And I was like, I can help you with this bag. And she was like, oh, like, thanks so much. I'm like, I assume your car is like right outside. And she's like, yeah. So I was like, okay. So I check out, I pick up her bag. It's literally a brown paper bag filled with styrofoam cups. Like, it weighed absolutely nothing, but this is an older woman. She had a bag as well. And I was like thinking to myself, had she just had 2 plastic bags with handles, she would have easily taken them. But because it was like the paper bag with no handle, whatever.
Do the dad thing where you get all the bags wrapped around one finger.
Of course. Yeah. And it turns your finger purple as you try to, whatever. So I take her
Mike
bag.
wouldn't know anything about that, by the way.
What's that?
I said Mike wouldn't know anything about that, by the way.
No.
Yeah.
So although speaking of Mike, Five Below is a great name for Sorare. Anyway, so we're walking out to her car. She has like a small SUV, and we get to the car, and she goes to like put the stuff in the back seat. And then she was like, she stops and she's like, maybe we'll put it in the trunk. And I was like, okay. And she said, the problem I have with the trunk is that when I open it, I'm too small to reach up and close it. So because I was there, I could do it for her. Side story, my grandmother used to have a small SUV just like this, and there was like this little hook attached to the inside of the door, and she used to hook her cane into it and then pull the door down that way. Anyway, very resourceful woman, my grandmother, rest in peace. Anyway, so she decides that we're going to put everything in the trunk. So I go to open the door, like help her open the trunk door. And I said, what are you going to do when you get home? Because if you can't close it, she goes, oh, my son is home, so he can help me. I said, great. So she opens the trunk. It is completely empty. She puts her bag in, the Clorox. I put the bag in, and I get this punch in the face smell of marijuana, as if she had just like hotboxed the car, went into a Dollar Tree, got all these styrofoam cups and Clorox, and was heading home. So I closed the door, have a nice day, and I was like, what's going on with grandma over here? I'll also say this was today. Thursday at 8:30 in the morning.
Yeah, it's that son of hers, and she doesn't even know. She doesn't have a clue.
You think, right?
She's just like, oh, you hit another skunk with the car.
Right. It actually, it didn't smell that skunky, because like, there's like but I was like, obviously I wasn't going to be like, smoking weed in your car, but I was just like so thrown aback because I like reached into the car and it was just like wafting into me. It wasn't like smoke, but just like the smell hit me. And I was like, there's no other smell than marijuana here.
How old was this lady?
I would guess, and Mike, so I knew somebody was going to call me out on this, that I made her carry the gallon jug. She had already she had it in her hand when we were in the store. And when I went to pick up the other bag, I like looked at her and she literally went, I've got it. And I was like, hey, I'm not here to tell you're not strong enough to carry this jug. So anyway, I would guess she was in her early 80s.
Oh yeah, this makes sense. Her son, is middle-aged man living at home with mom, and he's just hotboxing that car. Guaranteed. That's what's going on here. Case closed.
Case closed. All right, that's it. That was the story.
Yeah, and that seems like typical like Dollar Tree, Dollar General type behavior, like what I would totally
typical grandmother behavior.
Totally what I'd like expect. And not to like shame anybody that shops at those stores. Like my mom loves thrifting, and she loves.
I was shopping there like this. I was there.
Well, hey, I'm kind of shaming you. Like I'm saying I'm not, but I kind of am. But my mom loves like those types of places. I don't know why, but like, have you ever been to like a Marshall's or a Ross?
Sure.
I saw the other day people were saying that they were finding Adidas game like match balls, like MLS match balls, like the $145 balls at Marshall's and Ross's for like $10 because they get that ball from wherever they get their crap from, and they're like, oh, a soccer ball, what should we list this for? $10, $20. Yes. And I mean, I've got a Ross's and a Marshall's kind of close to us, and I didn't go up there because I'm lazy, but half tempted to run up there and just be like, hey, do you guys have any soccer balls?
Not a bad idea.
Yeah,
not at all, actually.
My wife found a Bayern training kit at Ross's for like $10. Like they always have great stuff there.
I actually I can picture the Ross logo, but we actually don't have them around here. The other one we have is like TJ Maxx. And,
yeah. I don't even like. How do those stores operate? Like, what do they do? Like, what's going on there?
Yeah, so I think all of the apparel that they get is stuff that real stores couldn't sell, and they had to get rid of it in order to clear out for all the new inventory. And so they sell
it
for
old stock.
It's exactly what it is.
Okay.
Yeah.
So like if they had like
on the dollar and they sell it for 3 pennies on the dollar.
Gotcha. So like if they had like an old, I don't know, New England Revs jersey, and then they came out with the new New England Revs jersey, they would take the old ones and give them to TJ Maxx.
Well, I think TJ Maxx buys them for,
Gotcha.
again, pennies on the
Right.
dollar.
Right.
But yeah, that's what they do. Samurai said, we have a similar shop in the UK. It's called Poundland.
Well, I mean, they should have just went all out and called it Pound Town. But okay.
I don't know why I found this so funny. Used to have everything under a pound, but now they've had barely anything for that price. Oh, apparently Pound Bakery too.
Okay. It's like a bake sale.
Poundland. Grannies are the best cover story for illegal activities. This is what we've gotten. This is what we've gotten to 17 minutes into a Sorare show.
Trying to think of what types of illegal activities I could like blame on my grandma.
Would you think that the situation was any different if instead of like these cups and the Clorox that she just had like bags of snacks? Or would you just assume the son would get the snacks?
Yeah, that's what it is. Mom, go get me. Oh, yeah. Cheetos.
All right, that's fair. That's fair. Okay. I have a game that I've been wanting to play with somebody, and I'm gonna make you do it because somebody commented. Actually, where was the? Here we go. Looking for food said today's topic, Laird convinces Black to play MFL and Footium. But instead of doing that, I'd like to play a game where I give you the name of a player and you tell me if they are from Sorare, MFL, or Footium.
Oh, wow.
Now, I'm willing to give you the MFL or Footium as one. So like they're either a real player or a metaverse player.
Right.
We don't use the term fake. Would you like to play?
Of course.
Oh, all right.
As long as I don't have to pronounce anything.
Oh, that's a good one. All right. Let me see if I can, because I want to do this. Yeah. All right. Hold on. All right. So the first one up. And so if anybody's interested in joining MFL, no, I'm just kidding. How do I want to do this? All right. The first, why can't I scroll? I didn't expect you to say yes so quickly, so I wasn't prepared to actually start.
That's fine. Eddie said medical marijuana legal in the U.S. now. All the grannies hitting the bong. It's not only medically marijuana; it's recreationally.
I was going to say I can go buy recreational marijuana right now.
Like my dad has not partaken in like weed in probably since like the 70s, and now he does like I don't want to say microdoses, but he uses those gummies quite a bit now.
Okay. Why do you consider that micro dosing?
Because he does weird stuff. Like he'll buy like 5 milligram gummy and then he'll like cut it in half. So he's taking like 2.5 mil, which is like it's just a very, very low amount.
Yeah, that's yeah.
He just gets a little high.
I was gonna say, yeah, he's just still in control. Like don't
right.
We needed to
help him sleep or something. I don't know.
All right. First one. What's up, Simo? Thanks for coming. Perfect. Challenge accepted. Off you go, Laird, and go buy some weed. Anyway, the first one, the name is Marvin Potsman.
I think I've seen this player, and I've seen him on Sorare.
Have you? Where have you seen him on Sorare?
I feel like he plays on. I feel like he plays on KSC with Marvin Vanishtek. No.
You got half of it right. He is a Sorare player.
Yeah.
You own his card.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I've definitely.
Does he play with him now? Oh no, he plays with Lask still.
Yeah. I mean, I'd probably bought him because his name was Marvin, to be honest.
Oh, well,
No,
yeah,
I
you
want
won it.
him. I want him. Just winning Marvin's over here.
Simon, the game is I give Andy a name, and he tells me if it's somebody from Sorare or someone from MFL or Footium. Okay. Next up, I do have to bring this up quickly. Samurai said, just pointing out that the new Pope is a Villanova grad. I'm basically the Pope at this point.
Does Villanova have like a seminary or?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh yeah. They have
I guess I
priests
didn't know
living
that.
on campus.
Okay, so it's like a Jesuit school.
Augustinian. Jesus.
What does
Literally.
that mean?
I don't know. Saint Augustine is important to them. I don't know.
So
Man.
it's a Catholic school then.
Oh yes. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Next. Sorry. I just have to see. Hold on. This is a kind of card that you buy.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Emmerich. Is it just simply Depussy? Depussy?
The funny thing about him is I think Mike McGovern sent him to me
You
because
are
he thought
absolute.
it was.
Mike bought him
Yeah,
and sent it to you.
he was like, this guy belongs in Black's gallery, and he traded
Yeah.
him to me. Oh no
Robin
no no!
Yan-
He threw him in a deal for
Mhm.
Robin Jansen.
Yeah, so you could hide the sale price.
Yeah, sure.
I see. Anyway. Okay, the next one is, let me just scroll here. God, I was only going to do, I was going to make it a little easier and only do guys from your gallery. And my God, you have so many cards.
I
Anyway.
don't think you should do that, but I think it makes it too easy for me.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. The next one is, come on, here we go. Koki Anzai.
Origin of name, please. Oh, come on.
Japanese.
Ooh. That is a MFL player right there. Ah!
Even Mike knew. Look at this. Antlers left back. Even knew. So I'm going to go with De Poussey on that last one. Anyway. The next one is, where are we here? Sorry, I just clicked on it and now it's, here we go. Paul Akanbi.
Little game theory here. I don't think you'd go with 3 Sorare in a row. So MFL for sure.
Technically Footium, but you're right. You're right. Okay. I love the second level thinking on this game for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. All right. The next one is Benny Traore.
There's a few Traores that are real.
There are.
But I don't know of any Bennies. Benny. That's an MFL player. Damn.
He
And it's
plays
a
with
Laird card too.
What's that?
It's a Laird card too.
Yeah. So is Koki Anzai. This guy absolutely smashes now. Oh, I say that absolutely smashes. But he does very well. He plays with Shaqiri in Switzerland. I won this card as a tier 5 back when you could do that.
Can't we just have all of our players go play with Shaqiri? Like, how absurd is Shaqiri?
There was as you said, a few Traores is an understatement. I saw something the other day that he has like 36 goal involvements in 30 games or something, or it was something absurd like that. And it was like, oh, okay.
Like, I don't want to shit on a league, but what's going on here?
That league's a joke, genuinely. But I'm not going to call it the other one. Nice try. The next one is Pierce Flynn from Ireland.
So this is an MFL player.
Nailed it. That's what he looks like.
I would have assumed he was white, but Irish and last name Flynn, but
all right.
Not what I expected.
Yeah.
I also didn't expect an American Pope, so
here we are. The next one I have is Coyote Udo from Nigeria.
Sorare for sure.
MFL. This is the Nigerian I got recently.
Oh, white Nigerian. Okay. Does MFL just completely randomize this stuff?
I have no idea. Genuinely no clue.
You should make a full white Nigerian squad.
We probably could. Yeah, we probably could. All right. Vernon Addo. Maybe it's Ado. I don't know. Addo is how you spell his.
Where's he from?
He's Dutch.
Sorare.
Nailed it.
With a 0L15.
Yeah, it's probably a tier 1. Ian Lyons.
Ooh, good name. Is it spelled with a Y? His last name?
Yes.
And that would make him like what is that like? I don't know. Somewhere in Europe.
Yeah. English, yep.
This doesn't sound like a real player. This sounds fake. This is MFL.
What about the name Ian Lyons sounds fake?
It's just, who would name their kid Ian Lyons?
Bravo. If you saw that name, would you pronounce it Ian? I never know.
Ian, I think, is what I would say.
Right.
How much does this card cost? Or last sales? Like what does that
This
look
one
like?
is like $900.
Why?
No, I'm just kidding. I think it's like $8. It's not much. I don't think like I got it in a trade. Somebody got it for $2 a year and a half ago.
Gotcha.
Yeah. But he's gotten better, so he's worth more now.
Now, is there only one of each of these players, or is there multiples of each player?
There's only one Ian Lyons.
Okay.
Who under the age of 32 is named Ian? I don't know. Oh, I like this. American Pope, so it's officially soccer now.
So he's from like Chicago or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pope content.
What's that?
Pope content.
Yeah.
He's a Cubs fan, but he was a Cardinal. Explain that to me.
Ooh, I see what you did there. The next one is Vasco Souza.
This is a real person.
Bravo.
I think I have his card. I think I have his super rare.
Wow.
Yeah, wow. I think I've tried to sell it like 100 times. A guy with a L15 of
L15 of 0.
37 is not an easy card to sell. Maybe I did sell it.
Current season?
Yeah, it was a new season. I must have sold it.
Finally got rid of it, huh?
If you go to transactions, probably, and search for Vasco.
Shout out to Vasco da Gama. Doesn't look like you.
I think I did.
Oh, there he is. You sold it for $19. And then they sold it for 13. I think I won. I might have a super rare from where was he? Benfica? No, Porto.
Is it Porto? Yeah.
Porto. Oh wait, did I win it? Oh, I won this guy, Nehuen Perez.
You could have tricked me with that one. I would have definitely said MFL with Nehuen.
Yeah, this is the one I'm trying to sell. By the way, if anybody is interested in a Cal Marcelo, best defender and contender right now.
Really? Wow. Holy smokes.
Yeah.
Pair him up with Shaqiri.
Yeah. Chance you never thought you would hear. There's only one Ian Lyons. All right. Two more. The next one is Hans Herzog.
That's not real. That's not a real person.
It is not a real person. Footium. Good job.
That is like the most Germanic name I've ever heard in my life.
And yet you said he was fake. Daniel said, I'm going down a rabbit hole about popes on the internet. Found an article from 2 weeks ago about the Pope frontrunners, like it's the soccer manager vacancy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, there were lots of like betting opportunities too. Betting on that next pope. I assume the man from Villanova was a long shot. You could have made a lot of money.
I thought I saw 33 to 1.
Wow.
What is up with Footium players' lips? I don't know. What's up with them?
Yeah, they got weird lips. I agree.
All of them?
I don't know. That guy did. That guy does. They're like pinched. Yeah, what's up here? What's going on?
I don't know. All right, the last one is Dominique Heinz. Maybe it's Dominic. I don't know.
This is a real player because I think I either own his card or I did at one point in time.
You did at one point in time.
I might have multiple
for $50 to Shrimpy.
Yeah. I think he was actually pretty decent. I don't know if he's still playing, but yeah. I think I sold him after the 100s, probably.
Smart play.
Yeah.
Smart play. That's all I got. You did pretty well on that one.
That was fun. There's probably ways to make that game even better.
Yeah, maybe you use 10 essence to enter. Find out what happens after that.
Yeah, okay, we're 34 minutes in. We can talk a little bit about the AMA, right?
Sure. Although
is that too real?
hits home for some people, I guess. Literally my home, actually. Never mind. What's up with the AMA? Or what did you want to discuss from the AMA?
I'm still trying to figure out what.
Don't worry about it.
He said, Black, what was your favorite part of the AMA room?
Yeah, that's
like the room they were in, like the couch or the.
Harry and I spent like 30 minutes analyzing the room.
Oh, I did listen to some of that. You guys were talking about what that couch felt like. I see.
Yes.
And then I think that you guys were spending some time talking about that foreground music that was blasting.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like what I expected. Like people were disappointed that it didn't have news, but you knew that they weren't gonna tell us anything.
No.
Oh yeah, financial stability of the platform very solid. What else do people want to hear? It was like, let's get a list of all the things that people want to hear and tell them those things.
That those things are good, yeah. Did you listen to the part where we talked about all the jerseys that Dan wears?
Yeah.
So Harry made a comment that he was like, he knows Dan has like a bunch of like retro jerseys. And he was like, yeah, like Dan's kind of the guy who would show up with like a retro Arsenal kit or jersey shirt. I am friends with somebody on Instagram who works for Sorare in Paris, and he posted a picture today of like a cafe, and you can't see his face, but it's clearly Dan in a fucking retro Arsenal shirt. And I was like,
Yeah.
this is amazing.
I want to say when we were in Liverpool, he had like a weird retro, like it was like, I don't want to say it was like Belgrade Red Stars or something, but it was like definitely like a team that I didn't know anything about.
Yeah. But yeah, props to Harry for just nailing Dan in a retro. Anyway. Daniel said Nico is more confident than ever, so we should be too, right? I think he didn't say confident. I thought he said optimistic, wasn't he? He was more optimistic than ever. Maybe he was excited.
Those are kind of the same thing, right?
I mean, they're not technically the same thing, but I guess. Early access for protection.
Because the early access cards are condoms.
Anyway,
yeah, I didn't have many more thoughts beyond that on the AMA. I think we probably are going to see, like my guess is energy and vaulting are coming.
I think he made it seem like vaulting was definitely coming. I don't know about energy. He didn't say anything about that.
He didn't, but he said that they were like testing some things to make, I think, classic cards more viable or whatever.
Great again, if you will.
And I mean, that would definitely be something that they're testing in baseball, right? Or not doing in baseball, but baseball kind of, we've always kind of said is kind of a testing ground for the other sports.
So it seems like the arena is kind of a big deal for them, including like social. I was going to say socializing it, but that sounds like socialism, but that's not really what I mean.
I don't know about that, man. The social part of arenas, where it's like, oh, you have to hit a streak with your friend. No, that was streaks with your friend, right? Going streaking with your friends.
Well, I wanted to ask about that because he also made a comment like it's fun to take stuff from your friends, which I thought was like such a weird way to put it, and maybe it was just like lost in translation. But I was going to ask you, would you rather team up with friends to win stuff or try to win stuff from your friends?
I think try to win stuff from my friends.
Oh, okay.
Especially when it's as low stakes as Essence is. Essence is.
Not to be confused with Essences.
Jesus. But yeah, trying to win stuff with your friends, man, I'm gonna be mad at Jimmer a lot, and he's gonna be mad at me a lot. I don't know about that.
Because,
dude, I'm already so worried about the DNPs in my lineups. Now I gotta worry about his DNPs.
What if there's late swap?
No. And they addressed that too, right? They said that it was only going to be for like special events and arena potentially.
The taking stuff from your friends?
Late swap.
Yes. Yeah. And then immediately put it into the MLS comp.
And then talked about benches too.
Did they talk about benches?
Yeah, they said that they had like benches that they were testing in like another, like in their test environment or something.
I skipped that part apparently.
Yeah, and they said like it won't be as simple as just like.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. So, they said basically that you would have to like give something up to use it, which I think is actually a much better idea.
Do you think it'll be like you got to pay 10 essence to use a player off your bench? Yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, I do. Which I'm okay with. Why can't the MLS comp deadline be moved back a day? Because what happens with the games on Sunday? What do you? So, have you been playing the MLS streaks?
I'm up to 2.
Okay,
I've got a chance this weekend.
Me too. Me too. So, what are your thoughts on the fact that you can do whatever you want to qualify for this thing, and now you have to have special, like, play under specialist rules?
What now?
So the MLS Masters has like specialist rules. You can only have like one
Or
player.
shit.
You didn't know that?
Come on.
Hold on. Flexible deadlines. Yeah. So it's here we go. Max 3 players from the same active club and 2 players with an L15 of 50 or below 50, which I'm pretty sure is 50 or below. But I love this. You've earned your spot. Now build the lineup that you can't build based on the cards that you used already. That proves you belong.
Yeah. I mean, less than L50 or L50 and less isn't that brutal, but still, it's annoying because
it's brutal because of the specialist rules. Like if you have one player left and he's one of the under 50s and then he's not starting and you have to replace with another under 50 and you don't have one, like that's a pain.
Yeah. Well, whatever. Now we know, I guess.
What did you I like how you say now we know as if it didn't come out yesterday, but
well, now I know.
Yeah, now you know. Are you doing it in rare or limited?
Rare.
So really it's like a lot of money.
I know, and there's only, what was there, like 25 people qualified so far?
It was 29. Yeah, 29 for rare, 220 in limited.
Yeah.
I mean, there's $15,000, 6 of which goes to the podium. Like $9,000 for finishers 4 through 40?
Maybe, yeah.
Not bad.
I imagine there's lots of people that are on the same bubble as we are, where they've got 2.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's smart from their perspective because you can bet I'm running 3 lineups this week that don't include classic cards, and I've definitely had to buy more. Not more. I didn't have to buy more in-season cards, but I chose to buy in-season cards to make those lineups a little bit better.
What do you think about BHAB's response to the flexible deadlines that Sorare is deciding which competitions are more important than others?
I get the frustration, and he's not wrong. I don't know where I really stand on all that stuff because, in one way, I agree with him. DMPs are the worst and they're frustrating. On the other, we've talked about like not work-life balance, but like Sorare life balance. Making everything late swap or whatever would be a nightmare. So I don't know what the happy medium is, but I think that they can do better. I don't know what the answer is, but they can do better.
I don't think you're allowed to say they can do better without giving a very detailed
totally can.
solution.
I 1000% can. But we already did this show.
That's a good point. Good point. Yeah, it was just I didn't even read the announcement at first, but I saw like somebody was like, "Oh, they're flexible deadlines." I was like, "Oh, okay." But there is a line here. It's one of the most important MLS competitions of the year. We're making sure nothing gets in the way, and it's like that. And then I saw BHAB kind of attack that, and was like, "Who are they to decide what the most important one is?" And I read that, and I was like, "I think he's right." I'm not signing up for late swap, but it is like, who are they to tell? And then there was another one that was like, this is heading to be one of the most rewarding competitions they've ever had. And it's like, yeah, because you made it too hard. Nobody can qualify for this stupid thing.
Dilly Dilly, yeah, they call it the Challenger contest, but it's basically classic cards where you can win energy.
Philly Dilly, and MLB is the energy winning contest, the only classic contest. Oh yeah. It's not the only thing you can win, like energy. Is that what you just said?
Sorry, yeah, I guess I didn't fully read what he said, but yeah, you can win other things than just energy.
Yeah.
You can win in-season cards.
And XP. And can you win essence?
I won XP in one of my arenas. Which, you know what? I need to go make sure that I boost all of my MLS in-season cards.
Oh, yes.
To try to hit, to make sure I don't like miss the streak by like 1 point or something.
Yes, you do. Sorry, I was trying to see here. So you cannot win. I mean, you can't win cards from Challenger contests in MLB. You can just win energy credits, and essence. It's like,
really?
Yeah.
Where do I see?
Like this is the prize pool.
Those are cards.
Tier 1, right there. Never mind.
Yeah, those are cards. It's just only the top 5 though.
Yeah.
But then everybody else gets a little essence.
Yeah. But also you need 1,000 essence to craft an MLB. So before you're like, holy shit, 250, like you have to craft it.
Right.
1,000. Where was I going? Sorry, there was a comment that I missed, and then. Ooh, next year they could do Arena Masters. Need to win an arena to gain entry. That's fun.
I wonder, then do you have to put up more essence? Or is it going to be like where they stake some of the essence?
No, that's where we win cash. Those are the big cash prizes from from Arena that we were promised on the AMA. Are you you have a common pack you want to? I already opened my common pack today.
I don't even know what that is.
I did it so that I could get my common essence down to, what did I get it down to? 150. Did I tell you what my common essence strategy is?
Mm-mm.
So you get a free pack every day, and then you earn essence by scrapping cards as well. But every single day, every day I buy or I got my free pack. I scrap everything, and then I get a La Liga basic pack, because specifically this one, because I want to pull a Yamal. And if I open it and I scrap every card in it except if I get a Yamal, I haven't gotten one yet. So I have no common cards because I scrapped them all. But the worst part is that if you get like I've gotten Frankie de Jong like 3 times, and if you scrap him, you get like 100 common essence. And if you do it 3 times, then 300 essence. And so I have enough to buy another pack.
There's no disrespect at all, but I don't care.
Well, the only reason I do this is to lessen this essence number, because it drives me nuts that it includes the common essence. Like, surely they can just allow me to click somewhere that says don't show common essence.
Yeah.
Somebody tweeted something the other day that they were winning like 500 essence in a game week, and I was like, wow. And it was like 480 common, and I'm like, oh, okay. Andy, Raphael here would like you to follow them in Sorare. Goal Ralph 2.
I'll do that right now.
Goal Ralph. Why can't I type? There it is.
I wonder why they didn't do more with like the following and like community aspect of like that stuff. Like, what does that even do when I follow somebody?
He gets one of your cards now.
No, that's not true. I know that's not true.
I don't know.
Samurai said he's definitely getting blocked instead. No, I won't block somebody unless they send me a dumb offer. But I will. I do have a very large block list because there's so many bots and so many just people that are trying to swindle you. I'm not having it, Laird. Not having it.
Is a list of like people that you like called the blacklist?
Ooh. Oh, Samo kind of beat you to that a little bit, but.
Bob, I won 1,500 essence last game week. Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I just
sent you an offer. Or was it me?
This is from a different person.
Oh, I got an offer from Ralph.
Yeah.
What do we think it is? Rick Meisen and Vitaly Mikolenko for Yusuf Yazici and Rodrigo Muniz.
I would do that deal.
So I have to tell you, I can't do this deal. Meisen's part of my Sparta collection that is just at 5%, although I'm going to give it away anyway. And I can't think of two other cards. These guys may, I know Yazici, Rodrigo Muniz may as well be an MFL player. So I'm sorry, I'm going to reject it because I don't want to swap your cards. Do you give a reason when you reject stuff?
No. Daniel, it's under settings and then privacy and security of all places. Raphael said that he wants you to counter.
I don't want to counter. I've already rejected. I don't really want to get rid of those cards. I got to vault them soon. Although I guess theoretically I could just vault the other two also.
Yeah.
Thank you for your offer.
I wonder if there'll be any like incentive to vault an entire collection.
Well, the thing is, like, vaulting, it doesn't change the collection at all. Like, you still get collection bonus, but I guess you obviously can't use the cards when you vault them all.
Right. Maybe you get something really cool. Like a badge.
Just what we play Sorare for. Sorry, I've got an MFL game going on just now. I have no idea. It's 2-2 in the 72nd minute. Oh, 3-2. Let's get in.
Laird, I got an offer for I think it's a J League card that I have.
Okay.
He's listed. His name's Sora Hiraga.
Okay.
And the offer is for $11.
Super rare?
Yeah. And I have no idea how to even value this player.
I think you should just take it.
Yeah, probably.
Is it actually super rare?
Yeah.
Oh.
And he just scored a goal too. Last game he played, he scored a goal. And he's like 19.
Sell into the hype.
Yeah. Somebody, who was it? Somebody was kind of, I don't want to say complaining on Twitter because that sounds super negative, but they were, and we've had this discussion before, but they were talking about how, I think they were talking to Just Heat. Shout out to Just Heat. And they were talking, it might have been an MLS card guy. I think it was an MLS card guy. And they were talking about how they just are super annoyed with like just the aspect of like you buy or win a young player. And I think honestly, this is part of the reason that I hate or I get really frustrated with the reward system. You win.
You can say hate. Don't start hedging.
You win a 19-year-old goalkeeper or backup goalkeeper or backup player or something. And
I literally won a 19-year-old backup this game week.
And it used to be kind of nice because it was like, oh, well, maybe he'll become a starter next season.
Mm-hmm.
But now I don't even care. Okay, I'll have the starter classic card next season. It's so much, that part of the game is so much worse. Because I used to be able to cope with a bad reward. The coping mechanism was, oh, well, maybe he'll be a starter next year. Or, maybe if I just wait. Now, if you wait, the card basically becomes worthless.
It's a classic card. You can play it in the arena in 4 years. Is it? I mean, I'm not here to stand up for them. It's a bummer. You're right. By the way.
Like that was such an easy way to like just be like, all right, well, at least maybe something good will come of it eventually. Now I can't even do that. That sucks. Turn your MFL thing back on so I can see what we're looking at here.
All right, I have to go open my front door, so I'm going to put this match on. You can watch it, and then
okay, I'll commentate the game live.
Yeah, so you do that. I'll be right back.
Why can't I see the player? Okay, there's player numbers.
Hold on, let me. I'll make it bigger for you.
It's It's 0-0. Wow, this game is going to take a long time. You literally.
It just does the highlights. Yeah.
Oh, it just does the highlights. Okay.
I'll be back.
So I don't have to wait all 90 minutes. There goes Laird. Okay, we're going to flash forward 2 minutes. Chuck Woo in the box. Hogson. Which team's Laird's? Is Laird's NR or Lib? Anybody know? Anybody know which team Laird's is? So I can kind of root for them. Nobody? Oh, we even have a symbol for the referee running around on the field. That's interesting. He's the lighter blue team. So he's defending. Or no, he just scored. Laird with the goal. Laird, I'm struggling with this.
Have you used my referral code yet?
You're the light blue team. I thought you just scored, but it might have been an own goal. I don't
know. Where is it? This one?
Hogson scored?
Hogson. Yeah, that's not my guy.
Okay. That's a bad team.
Yeah, that's the bad guys. Whew, I'm like out of breath here.
So are you? Oh, you're Liberty.
I'll tell you the story about this team.
You get to name your team?
Yes. So when you buy a new club, it gives you like a location. But then you can brand it however you want.
Okay.
Excuse me. And so MFL gave me a team originally, and that was based in New York because I asked for New York. And I called that one Empire FC, Empire State and all. And then I bought a second team that was based in Colmar, France.
I see.
Which I had never heard of. And apparently the region that Colmar is in was the area of France that
Lady Liberty.
based. What's that?
They made Lady Liberty, right?
So hold on. They did not make. Well, yeah. So Colmar, France, where Colmar and the towns around it was the inspiration for the town that Belle lives in Beauty and the Beast. So I was like, all right, I'll do like a Beauty and the Beast thing. And then I found out that the artist that designed the Statue of Liberty was born in Colmar. And so I did like a combination of Colmar and Liberté. And so this is the logo.
Okay.
That I had ChatGPT make for me. And somebody suggested I call it Liberté because it's French. And so I did.
And now you're winning.
Yeah, let's go. 2-1.
How does this game balance? If I want to just buy like a low-level team and just spend a lot of money, can I just stomp people?
Yes.
And then it promotes you, and then eventually I run into people that have good teams?
Yes.
Okay.
The negative about doing that, there are basically two. You don't win that much of the in-game currency based on how much you would have to pay to get a stomping team. And the players progress throughout their career and certain attributes, and you don't progress as quickly if you're just playing a bunch of teams that you shit all over.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
It's good design.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how it works.
Benji doesn't seem to like this. He said it's boring.
Yeah, I mean, it's not for everybody. I get it.
Now, can you do in-game tweaks like change your formation, mix subs?
You cannot.
Okay.
Footium, you can.
I don't think I would like to do all that.
So
I think it would be too many things. Like, oh man, I got a game at 4 today. I've got to go make sure that I, like make sure my team's perfect.
Yeah, so all of my Footium matches are on at 7 a.m., which is not like a perfect time for me. And so like I'm trying to get the kids off to school. So if I have to make any adjustments, it's kind of like, oh, let me stop making your peanut butter and jelly sandwich so I can go change my Footium team. But some people think it's crazy that like if you're getting blasted on MFL, like you can't do anything about it. You're just like you just sit there and watch you get blasted.
Now, can you pay money to upgrade your facilities, and then now you have like better training facilities, and your guys get better?
Not right now, no.
But that's probably something they're going to do, right?
It's like yes, that's part of the goal at some point.
Can you give your players like hormone enhancers before games?
No.
25% risk of doping committee to show up and catch you.
Whatever they put in Luis Suarez's knees before every game. No, they don't do that.
So I think that'd be kind of fun to have like your team kind of cheats. Like you're the team that you're like really towing the line, and but you get caught and now you get relegated, and the player that did it got suspended.
I guess
It'd be like, how you people have played like, like you play like Fallout or like an RPG game, and you can be a good guy or you can be a bad guy. I think it'd be fun if you could go into MFL and be a bad guy.
Be a bad guy? Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. Mike, to answer your question, players do not regress, but they do stagnate. And they actually, the older they get, the longer it takes for them to recover their stamina, which hits home.
You could set up like a empire, like a football empire.
Yeah.
And be like the Saudi owners that are buying up the Premier League teams, and
so there's
injecting all this money and just crushing people.
Yeah, so there's one guy, he doesn't set it up quite like that, but he has like 57 clubs or something like that. I have 4. One of which is made up of everybody in the Patreon. They like contributed players because there is, stop me if you've heard this, if you've ever wanted this before, there's an excellent loaning system. Yeah.
And you pay money to loan a player or something?
So this is the team that we have. And so each person, like TMO 50 here, will get 5% of everything we win from this season.
Wow.
It's as simple as that.
That's fun.
Yeah. And so this team, like you could do a team completely of loaned players.
Seems not smart, but
if you want to help get, if you just care about getting promoted, then you can just bring in a bunch. Layered on content, spreadsheet content bad. Watch my MFL match while I open my door content good. In fairness, he didn't watch me open the door. I just trusted Andy to hold the fort down.
I'll play MFL if you can show me a way to be a bad guy.
So the bad guy is overspending on a league and just blowing everyone out. Like, so there's let me see if I can find it. I feel, do I feel bad about this? No. Let me see if I can find it. So like, there's certainly, so there's a website that does like a projection of where you'll finish your league based on everybody's ratings.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just clear that there are some where it's like, oh, the average league is 600 and like this guy's at like 800. And it's like, literally everyone else has no chance to win the league. And Pranksy has one of those.
Okay. And what does an MFL team cost?
It depends if you want it to be competitive or not.
I want to be a bad guy.
You want to be a bad guy. Yeah. So if you want to maximize being a bad person, you would buy a team in the lowest league because that's where everybody starts.
Yep.
And then,
well, how much does a team cost?
If you buy, it's anywhere between like 65 and 80. A brand new team is 80. Like if you buy it from them, and then that gets you get a randomly assigned location. Locations don't matter, but then, or you could buy from the secondary market.
Okay.
And then some of those clubs are already branded. So you can see here, like Sasquatch MFC based in Southampton.
Okay.
Let's see what the cheapest one is right now.
So you can pick where they're located when you buy them from them.
No. If you buy from MFL, it's randomly assigned.
Okay.
But all of the ones on the secondary market you can tell where they're from.
I see.
So like if you wanted Guadalupe in Mexico, you could have that one for $70 in the lowest division. And then let's see, you would probably want 70-ish rated players to like really ensure. How much do you really want to fuck everyone in your league?
Oh yeah.
Like, all right. To put it like a reasonable, yeah. So it's like $40 per player, and you probably want 18 to 20 players.
Okay.
Like it's kind of expensive to be a bad guy in Spark.
Yeah,
You probably don't have to go that high. But again, if you want to like really make sure nobody has a chance.
I assume most of these players that are the cheaper in the range of 70 to 75, those are like old players.
Probably, mostly. Yeah. The thing is, we don't know when the players retire. It's hidden, but you'll get a notice 3 seasons ahead of time that like, hey, they have 3 seasons left.
Okay.
Barky McLovin. I was listening to Barky on the When Dirtcast literally today. Anyway, call it around $1,000. I think it's probably, you could probably screw a lot of people for less than $1,000. Yeah. Barkley, no, he hasn't.
Only if I can do really bad stuff.
Yeah, he wants to do really bad. He wants to be the bad guy. And so we're trying to price out how much it costs to be. I think
performance enhancing drugs would definitely get me on MFL. And just like they can have like a roll a random number generator and call it 5%, and 5% chance your player gets caught doping and they are suspended for 2 years. You know, just like real life.
And you would just have an entire team of these guys?
I would be doping all of them.
Yeah.
You know, they'd be like 50 rated, but on their performance and hit them up to like, I don't know, maybe they get an extra 10 points or something on their overall. You could have different drugs for different things, you know, like a goal scorer, he gets something that makes him shoot harder.
Something for a goalie to make their hand enlargers?
No, they use the sticky stuff. They got sticky stuff on their gloves, yeah.
That's fair. So yeah, I don't really know. I don't know how you can really be a bad guy.
Besides spending a fuck ton of money and playing in the lower divisions. Yeah. Ooh. Lance Armstrong hate from Mike.
Wow. I wore a Livestrong bracelet for probably like a year of my life.
I was telling my kids we should bring back the Livestrong bracelet.
Really?
Yeah, but not Livestrong. Just call it something else.
I mean, they just have like plastic bracelets all the time.
Yeah, make up a cause. Start selling them.
And then fund your MFL club that way?
Yeah, I want to do bad stuff later.
Yeah, that's like you're doing a bad thing in real life in order to play the metaverse. Yeah.
Right.
Okay. I've seen a few moan about Nep and his diamond team. Yeah, that's the opposite. So the higher up the pyramid you get, the more you can win. They're like in-game currencies. And the idea is you use the in-game currency to buy players. Stop me if you've heard this. You use a currency to buy players and then sell those players for cash. Anyway.
I figured that you would sell the players for the in-game currency.
No, you win the in-game currency.
What do you do with the in-game currency?
You buy players with them. You can buy players for cash or the in-game currency.
Okay.
So yeah, so the thing that Nep did, which another guy had done previously, but he basically bought a club in the top division and then filled it with the shittiest players because every spot is guaranteed some sort of payout. And so he was just like, oh, I'll take this gigantic payout for finishing dead last. And it kind of messed up the top league because everyone knows when you play him, you just blast away. Bob said, to be a bad guy, you can take loans and then ask to cancel them. The problem is both sides have to agree to cancel it. So it's like, you can be annoying, but you can't, that's not really being a bad guy. You can't buy players with MFL. You can get packs that give you players, or you can sell the packs. Yeah. I mean, the packs that you get for, like, you buy these are single player packs. So this one costs 600. They literally call the currency MFL. So 600 MFL for this terrible player and 325,000 for this fantastic player.
Damn, that's a big difference. What's the cost of a single MFL?
They claim it's 300 MFL for $1, but you can't buy MFL. You can only win it.
Right.
Win it. Excuse me.
Similar to, like, what's the cost of an Essence?
Right. Oh man, one of my guys got suspended.
Ooh, doping.
5 yellows. 5 yellows.
They finally brought it in. Let's go.
Sounds like a game would be most fun just having a star player that was part of a content creator's team. Yeah, you could do that too. You just buy players and then loan them out.
Or you could have a really crappy team with one insane striker on it and just follow his career.
So the problem with that is because he's playing with a bunch of shitty teammates, he doesn't get any better. And like a big part of the game is like watching the guys get better.
I see.
But yeah, again, if you're a bad guy, you're somebody who doesn't care about that, and you just want to.
I'm gonna ruin all these guys' careers.
Right. You just want to take a bunch of players to Poundland and.
Poundland. It all comes back full circle.
One of my very, very good friends uses this phrase whenever it used to be when Villanova used to win basketball games, but we would be just like absolutely crushing people. And he would just send a very simple text to all of us in our group chat that just said, "Welcome to Pound Town." He was like, yeah. Population, whoever. You.
Trying to think of who Villanova, like, who's their rivals even?
There was some sort of religious joke right there because of the new pope. But Georgetown, UConn, like those are the kind of the bigger ones.
I see.
Yeah. Annie, what do you think? Last thing here, because somebody's asking me how much I should sell this card for. So he is arguably the best contender defender.
He's that super rare that we looked at earlier.
Yeah. So he's absolutely smashing it. But like the AA is absurd.
Mm-hmm.
His rare in-season rares, let's see, what is that? 87 for the regular, $100 for the Tiger. It's a Tiger super rare. This is mine that's on the market right now. This is another one that's on the market. Last sold 2 months ago for $215. What did we say the rare was going for? 100-ish, 87. What do you think I should agree to sell this card for?
Whatever you think it's worth, it's worth less.
To me or to the person buying?
Yeah, both.
$5, 5 and below.
Yeah, sell that thing at Pound Town. I don't know. I feel like maybe when was the last sale on the super rare?
2 months ago.
And it was $215. I don't know, maybe something like that, probably.
But again, mine's a Tiger. Mine might be the only Tiger.
It's a Tiger, but it's got less utility now.
Well, it has more utility because you can use it in the Tiger special this weekend.
Nah.
In rare.
Nah.
Yeah, look at that. It's the only one. It's basically unique.
Yeah. I think it's like, if you can sell it for $200, I think you're lucky.
2x the rare. That's where we are now.
See what you can get.
Well, I'm not getting 394. That's what I have it listed for, and somebody just DM me asking for it.
So where are you going to start? You're going to be like, oh, I'll come down to 350. Or are you going to have that awkward conversation of where you ask what their best price is?
I was going to say, when they're like, what's the lowest you'll go? And I'll be like, what's the highest you'll go? Was that you who brought that up?
Well, I stole it from, I think it was Tuggy or
okay.
Someone else said that that's their immediate response. So I was like, I like that. I'm going to start using that.
Yeah, I'm trying to set this Discord conversation up. Unfortunately, they might be watching us right now, and they're just like, oh yeah, let me get that. What would be your best price? There you go. Do I just write back with the same response, but just capitalize your, like, what would be your best price?
Yeah.
I was thinking of offering 250 euros. Damn, that's reasonable. I hate when people do that.
Snap accept.
What is 200? That's $280.
Yeah. I think you just take it.
But then I can't complain that I still have this card in 9 months.
Don't let like $20 get in the way of completing this deal. I say you just snap accept.
All right. Well, I'll be back later to tell you why the deal fell through. When I asked
for, do you have another show today? No.
Maybe I'll do one. How I completely screwed up a deal that's
yeah.
We'll see. Marcelo's going to keep scoring hundreds. That's all he does now. I don't even, does he have a good matchup? Can't remember if I put him in a lineup. Have you done your teams yet for this weekend?
No.
No.
I started playing around with the MLS ones for the streak thing. And I think I set them all, but I'll probably go back through them and make some changes.
Oh man, I just realized I have them in my top lineup this week, Andy.
Not for long.
Would you? Oh man, look at this lineup here. You'll appreciate it.
Passion fruit, really?
No.
No.
What's wrong with passion fruit? I literally ran out of fruits.
It's not that good. It's bland.
Oh, I don't care. I've never had rambutan, but I named a club that.
Rambutan?
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
I literally got to the point where I had to start like Googling just lists of fruits so that I could name my teams, and I eventually ran out, and I just stopped doing it.
How do you run out? There's like a billion fruits.
I literally ran out of, I have like, could you literally name 60 fruits?
You have 60 teams?
50? I don't know. Yeah. It's like close to 50.
I think I probably can't. But if I could just like, I don't know, pull up a list. Kind of cheat.
Well, that's what I did. Pull up a list.
But I wouldn't have Rubitam or whatever on it.
I'm telling you, like
American fruits, okay?
No. Here, American. I don't even know. I don't think I can just like easily list them all off. But I've got a lot of them.
Do you have tomato on there?
I don't think I do, actually.
That's a bullshit fruit, is what it is.
Yeah, I think that's why I don't. Yeah, like I didn't name any of my MLS in-season ones. Fig, apricot, cherry, mangosteen. That's one I had to look up. But I literally went to ChatGPT and I was like, please give me a list of 100 fruits because I'm.
Have you ever eaten a fig?
I think I've only had dried fig, actually.
I don't know if I have. I've had fig Newtons.
Sure.
Quite delicious.
Yeah.
Nice little treat.
Yeah.
Apricots, man. Apricots are like I don't know. I don't want to call them the nut low, but there's just not a lot of flavor going on there.
Dried apricots aren't bad.
Yeah, I mean they're fine if you're an old man with digestive issues, but whatever.
Alrighty. I'll be honest, I can't remember the last time I ate dried fruit, but yeah.
Ooh, how about freeze dried fruit? Like freeze dried mangoes, strawberries. No.
I did freeze a bunch of grapes recently.
Well,
Green grapes.
freeze dried is different than frozen.
Yeah.
But
I'm
yeah,
saying I happen to have frozen them.
Frozen fruit, like a frozen grape. Oh, so good.
Mm-hmm.
Or blueberries. Yeah, big fan.
Sorry, hold on.
You're making a deal, aren't you?
Trying to, man. Trying to negotiate my way out of this thing. The hell am I going to fill this spot now?
Go buy his like rare card or something.
Yeah. So the funny thing is that like I'm selling it because I just don't have that many. Like I don't have Korean in-season cards or Japanese. Like I don't play K-League or J-League. I'm just waiting for my Necaxa cards to inevitably run out and then just wait till they come back.
You just need to go find some Bundesliga 2 idiot to play for a few weeks.
I'm captaining him in my lineup.
Well, I mean another one.
Oh,
nobody Dompy or something. Although he probably doesn't. Does he have in-season cards?
I don't know, but I'm not trying to buy guys with 3 games of utility left.
Yeah, but you can probably spend like $20 and get like a good in-season card for the last 3 weeks, and make $300.
39. Yeah, I don't know.
Well, good luck with that sale.
Thank you. He's now asking me for another card that I didn't even know I owned. Who is this? Oh, it's a super rare. Oh, another super rare he wants.
Let's see who it is.
It's a Footium guy. Tetsuyuki Inami is his name. You familiar with him?
No, but tell him that if you get this deal done, Black will throw in some J-League super rares.
He wants this guy. Oh,
he knows something.
Sure does.
What does he know?
Tokyo Verdy. No set pieces. That's all I usually care about. Anyone know who this guy is? Tetsuyuki Inami, 25-year-old. Do you think that I'm going to show up on the show next week and be like, Andy, how did you let me sell this Tetsuyuki Inami?
I think it'll be more like, Andy, I've made this big mistake and I have a full J-League super rare team.
The floor price on this Inami card for an in-season super rare flower version, which I don't have, is $30. I'm going to give them both for 260 euros. I have no idea how much money that is. Now I have to find a new part. Anyway, get him to sign up to Patreon or MFL as part of the deal. Oh, I should have done that. Go Ralph, still looking for cards. Yeah. Anyway, you got anything else? Same Same. So yeah, thank you to everybody for coming. If you could please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Shout out to Quinny. I'll be back tomorrow. No idea what we'll talk about. Just like today. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for coming. Remember to go outside.
Welcome to the SorareAndrews show, where we talk fantasy football, but you never know. We'll start with the game, but we'll soon go astray on topic discussions that we play. We'll analyze the teams, the formation and goals, but in no time we'll digress into other roles, talking about our favorite foods and the shows we've seen. Our opinions aloud and our voices on me. It's the SorareAndrews show. Anything goes, from fan football to rock and roll. We may start with the pitch, but it's just a small part. We'll venture off topic, let the conversation spark. It's the SorareAndrews show.